Good evening, everyone. Good evening from beautiful Miami. My name is Maryam Essa Al-Ali and I have a purpose. I help others embrace their authentic self to serve a bigger purpose. Everything I do in my life, from the minute I wake up in the morning to the minute I go to sleep at night, is in service of something bigger than who I am. اسمي مريم عيسى العلي وعندي غايتي هي مساعدة الآخرين على إدراك المعنى الحقيقي للأصالة ليخدموا بها غاية أسمى. Believing before seeing. That, ladies and gentlemen, is faith. Just now I was actually, one of my friends, his name is Alex, that I will be honored to be hosting him on Sunday. We've been talking about this book called Beyond Positive Thinking, and to be honest with you guys, it blew me away because there was this last page on chapter 4 that talks about believing before seeing. زين انك ان تصدق قبل ان ترى and it blew me away. This is why some people have 10x goals and some people have average goals, because when you are living in average mindset, you put realistic goals that you can achieve, but in reality life happens when you go ahead and do something unrealistic, do something outside of the norm, do something so big, so massive that many people will be like, what's happening? It goes back to the word faith. When you have faith, you believe before you see. And it blew my mind. Sometimes you read something, but again, maybe you have to read it 1,000 times before it makes sense. Or maybe something you've been hearing a lot, but you didn't make an action on, so it doesn't really hit you then and there. So for me, that was like I was reading that chapter. Okay, you know what? Let me read it for you. 1 second. I'll read it for you guys. It is from the book Beyond Positive Thinking by Dr. Robert Anthony. Let me grab the page very quickly. It's chapter 4, the last page. Okay, so here is the part. What we are talking about here can be summed up in one word: faith. Faith is not something religious. It's a psychological fact. When you understand how the mind functions together, you know that faith, which is believing before seeing, is the natural process of creation. When you understand that is in your belief or faith, in your ability to create, that determines your results, you are then able to go out and accomplish tasks that other people think are impossible. I can't breathe reading this. I don't know. Just wait 1 second. When you understand that it is your belief or faith in your ability to create that determines your results, you are then able to go out and accomplish tasks that other people think are impossible. You simply set your sights on what you want, and then allow the information that will enable you to go out and create it without stress and without effort to come through. The reality is that whatever you are looking for, at the same time looking for you. It all starts with believing before seeing. That's powerful, guys. This is so powerful. شو نوع التجارة خارج الدولة؟ It's the last الجملة الأخيرة. Wait, I need to read the last sentence. The reality is that whatever you are looking for is at the same time looking for you. ما تبحث عنه هو يبحث عنك كذلك. It all starts with believing before seeing. كل ذلك يبدأ بالإيمان قبل أن ترى. That's insane. That's so powerful. You don't have to see it to believe it, right? You don't have to see it to believe it. You don't. Just believe, right? الإيمان في القلب. It's not something you... Religion is a way you want to practice your faith. Whatever your religion is, it is your way of practicing that faith. But by the end of the day, it's believing before seeing. Yeah, فدوى. It is believing before seeing. أن تصدق قبل أن ترى. أن تؤمن إن في شيء أكبر لما أنت تضع أهداف كبيرة ضخمة، يعني ما عندك كل الحقائق. أهدافك إذا تعرف توصلها هي أهداف صغيرة. أهدافك إذا تعرف كيفية الوصول إليها لا تستحق هذا العناء. You know? Oh my God, Alex, I was just sharing it. You know what, Alex? Maybe I can pull you for a few minutes if you have time. Because this is just breathing heavily as I'm going through this. This is a powerful page. I mean, Alex is the one who told me about this. Like, I have the book. I didn't even read the book. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. I said if you have time. I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah, I took my sleep stuff like 20 minutes ago, so I got like 10-15 minutes.
Oh, okay, perfect. Hopefully I will not take that time, but okay, where was...
You're good. You're good.
Thank you. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Alex, like, look, I'm gonna show you I'm gonna read to you the statement that, like, I froze when I read it, you know. Two statements. You know, the first one is where was it? When you understand how the brain-mind functions together, you know that faith, which is believing before seeing, is the natural process of creation.
Yeah.
That's the first one. The second one, the reality is whatever you are looking for is at the same time looking for you.
Yeah.
It all starts with believing before seeing. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate this. Like,
Yeah.
this is... I can go to sleep now, you know?
Yeah. I know that when I read exactly, like that, it just like, hi Holly. Some of my Bismarck friends are jumping in here
Oh
from
yeah, that's
my
all right.
hometown.
Oh my God, please.
Yeah.
Join in the party. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Alex, please.
Holly's amazing, by the way. But yeah, anyways, like when I read that, it's one of those things, like, and Grant just talked about this today, is reading books over and over again. So I'm gonna start doing that more. And next is Think and Grow Rich again. But yeah, once I read that, I was like just mind blown. I was like, wow, it was so powerful. And it was all leading up like that. I was reading it, and then I read that, and I'm like, oh my God, I've heard that before. Like, literally, I'm sorry, my air conditioner started, but I've literally heard that before, like, which is crazy. And yeah, it just blew my mind, honestly. And it's everything, because it's having faith in yourself, the place you're working, the right vehicle, everything that Grant always talks about, writing down your goals, is something that's just crazy, honestly.
I'm telling you. Yeah. I mean, I read it, and I'm telling you, I don't know, like I started getting, I don't know if it was emotional, but my body started reacting to this. I'm like, what am I reading? By the way, and as you said, Alex, it's not the first time we read something like that. We've been hearing it, but we were not paying attention. We were not intentional. Yeah.
Which is why it's so important to keep on repeating everything that we're doing. Like, literally, that's what it made me realize. Like, you can't just spend a month doing Grant Cardone. You can't just spend a month just reading one book. Like, one book ain't gonna do anything. 10 books isn't gonna do anything.
Right.
And repetition with everything. And sometimes, like, for me, honestly, it takes sometimes literally the quote that Grant says, only to the degree that you are sold can you sell. That took me probably like 200 times hearing that. I swear I've heard it so many times, but did not understand it. And it's exactly same thing, faith. It's pretty much the same thing, like having faith in yourself, being sold on yourself, having faith in yourself. It all connects. Like, that's why it was such a big moment. I was like, it's everything, like, literally.
Yeah. Actually, like, Alex, this is the first page I read from the book. Like, I've always wanted to read it, you know, but again, and I looked at it, it was here on my shelf, and I'm like, let me ask Alex which page it was. And then when the minute you told me, I didn't even reply to you. I'm like, let me read it first. Guys, I want to read that last statement one more time. It's blowing me away. The reality is that whatever you are looking for is at the same time looking for you.
Can't hear you now, Maryam.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's the statement that says the reality is that whatever you are looking for is at the same time looking for you. It all starts with believing before seeing. My God.
Yeah.
This is
Believing
it.
before seeing.
Yeah,
And most people have to see before they believe.
I know, right?
Yep.
You don't. And you know what, the first statement, the first paragraph there, when they were talking about goals, this actually been like, I'm in for something when I read the first page. Because for example, guys, Alex and I from the 10x community, and we write our goals every day, right? And many of these goals we have not even accomplished yet. So for example, Alex, when it says here, what this all boils down to is having the ability to accomplish tasks that others find difficult or impossible. How many goals have you set based on what was apparent, and what you can see, what you have, and what you think is realistic? Don't base your goals, oh my gosh, chills. Don't base your goals on what you have or what you have done, but on what you want and where you ultimately want to go.
Yeah,
My
that's
God.
so powerful. Yeah.
This is insane.
So awesome. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be one of those books that you can't stop reading, you know. That's what happened to me.
Did you finish it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. How long did it take you to finish it?
For some reason it takes me longer. I've been working on that. It takes me longer to finish books because I'm trying to understand the content.
Yeah.
So I don't really know the exact right way, but it took me quite a while. It took me like 3 weeks to a month when I first started. But I've been focusing on a lot of other things right now, so I haven't really been allocating my time so much for reading. But like the owner's live call today, Brandon Dawson said hire attitude and train on results. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Hire for attitude, train for results. Yeah, I wrote that one too today.
Obviously, you would hire someone that has faith in themselves, you know?
Yes.
Like if they have that, then, I mean, you're golden. It's Beyond Positive Thinking by Dr. Robert Anthony.
It's literally this one, Arya. I'll send you a photo of it. It's this one. I don't want to lose the page. This is how many times I want to read that. So this is Beyond Positive Thinking, Arya.
Yeah. And hello, everyone that's jumping in here.
Thank you guys for jumping in. Yeah, this is it's an
Lauren. Yeah.
It was an aha for Alex, and it's an aha for me.
Yeah, big time. And the whole reason I read it is because it's the book that changed Brandon Dawson's life in like 2002, and he broke down crying talking about it. So that I knew there was going to be something really powerful in the book, and I bought it just like that. I was like, I need to push all the other books
aside
on the wait button, and do this one immediately. Yeah.
I hear you. And now I'm like, I need to finish reading this. Like, oh my God, like another task.
Yeah.
Another thing you have to deal with, Alex. Go ahead.
Oh, I just think it's funny. You got like all this stuff on your plate, and there's another one for you.
It's okay. It's every day I get signals, Alex. Every day, God like sends me confirmations every day. Yesterday I met Letty. You know Letty?
Yeah.
Yep. So Letty yesterday, we were talking, and I was just telling her about some of the challenges that I told her I started living the minute I stopped taking approval from anyone, right?
Yeah.
And then she was like, you don't need anyone's approval because he approved you.
Yeah.
Like the approval is from him, came from him. So when God Almighty proves, like he gives you his approval, why do you care about the rest of humanity who don't get it at the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow. Letty was telling you that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
We had a deep conversation. I think we had dinner for like 3 hours, almost 3 hours. Yeah. She came to my
Nice.
place. I mean, it's a long story. I will tell you. I was supposed to be moving, and then things happened.
Yeah.
Distractions. You know, Alex. The minute you start commenting, Arya is here. She knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When
Yep.
you start commenting, expect distractions.
Yeah.
Expect things you don't know from where, you don't know from who.
Yeah. It's crazy. Ton of distractions.
Ton of
I try to
distractions.
learn how to manage it, but
I mean, keep your eyes on the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. This is what the
yeah.
grant keeps saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday, actually, as I came back to my room here, and I already had my luggage packed because I couldn't
Yeah.
move to my place yesterday, and I'm like, okay, you can make a decision now. Your bags are packed.
Yeah.
Whether you go back to Dubai, like none of this happened, or stay here, you know, and crush it.
Yeah. I know which one you're gonna decide though.
I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, Alex, I don't even need to tell you.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. I was gonna say, so uh you know, with distractions, like stuff like this is like really important because we're getting messages across to people that, maybe just might need that one extra message. Because that's what happened to you and I, and me and you never in the past we did not have faith in ourselves and the process and any of this stuff. Just,
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of years ago, things were really different.
Yeah.
And I always watched this video by Grant before I started like before I was all in and committed, actually, I should say,
Yeah.
called Just Show Up. I'm sure you've heard it, just
Yeah.
his Show Up video on
Suit up and
YouTube.
show up.
Yeah, that is so good because he talks about all you got to do is show up, really, and he also talks about helping others. And his whole life, he has always, since he got off of drugs at the age of 25, he was held accountable. I noticed that he said that again in that video. I know he mentioned that, but he's been held accountable for the phone calls he'd been made. Like he had a mentor. He's had mentor for his entire life up until, I mean, he still does.
Yeah.
But he talked about always helping others, and that's something that you do a lot. And I'm working on doing that as much as possible as well.
Yeah.
Because it is a win for both of you. Like you feel really good, fulfilled, and it's more big. It's a bigger picture than just money or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I took that to heart too. Like just trying to help as many people as possible. It's
You're right.
awesome, and like someone did that for us too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. This is what John Maxwell says. Once you taste significance, success will not satisfy. Success is about you. Significance is about others. So when you
Wow.
begin being successful, it's for you.
Yeah.
Significance is when you are helping someone else become successful. So once you taste significance, the beauty and the value of helping people, success, the normal success that you're used to for yourself, will not satisfy. You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really powerful.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave you now, guys. If you guys don't know this, Alex and I, we're gonna be going live on Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're gonna go deep into topics, and we're gonna know more about Alex and his story and what he's been up to and everything else. You guys are up for a treat on Sunday. Seriously, I cannot wait for our session, Alex.
Yeah, they're so fun every single time I have a conversation with you. It's like just so much value, honestly. So
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
So thank you, Alex. I have to go as well. And good night, because I know this thing is gonna start working on you now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good night, Alex. Thank you. Have a good one.
Great night.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye.